Okay, you guys ready? I've just got these crazy things that I think about at times, but let me just give you one right now on a big life and a little life. So I have a question for you. What fears are you born with? What fears are you born with? Now, I've had people answer that every way they possibly can. They come up with all kinds of answers, but here's the reality. You're only born with two fears. First one is falling. First one is falling, and the second one is loud noises. Those are the only fears you come with. Every other fear in your life you learn. Now, what's the problem with that? I mean, there's some fears, if you want to use that term, that we should know, we should learn about. Like, I don't really want my kids playing in the street. I really don't want them sticking their hand on a hot stove. I don't want them crawling inside a refrigerator and closing the door. I mean, there are certain things I want my kids to know not to do. I want everybody to know those things. But here's the thing, when fears begin to encroach on our life and they don't have any rational basis to them, they begin to make did you hear me? They close in on our life. They make our lives small. Our lives get smaller. I was talking to some kids the other day and I said, hey, are y'all trying out for the soccer team? Well, no. And then they gave me a long list of reasons why they weren't trying out for the soccer team. Let me tell you something about those list of things they gave me. It was a bunch of junk. They were afraid they wouldn't make it. They were afraid they wouldn't look good in front of their buddies. They were afraid. I've seen so many young men, because we've had so many boys, we've raised so many boys. They'd think about asking a girl out. They'd talk themselves out of it. Why? Well, they're afraid she'd say no. Well, good. So your life gets smaller. And so I really want to challenge you to just stop and think for a minute. What am I afraid of? I've had so many fears come into my life, and every time I see them, I look at them. I remember the first time I was asked to keynote, and oh my Lord, it just freaked me out. And I thought, I've got to do this. I didn't have to do it. Here's what I had to do. I had to face that fear. What if I had said no and stayed inside this fearful box? I'm not going to let fear build the walls that contain my life and make it small. And I don't want you to either. I want you to really stop and think, hey, is there something out there I'm afraid of? And then I really want you to go for it. And I promise you, you may not be successful the first time, but you will be better. You will be better, and you will have overcome that fear. So just grow your life. Make it as big as you can. You're only born with two fears. Don't add a bunch more to it. It doesn't help you, I promise you.